Jiggy Jag TV. Thank you, gentlemen. Appreciate it. Larry. We're back here on Jiggy Jag TV, here on Community Access Television, the lowest rated show on Access, but number one in hell. I'm Jigman Freud, the Admiral of Alliteration, the Master Debater, the Cunning Linguist, and I'm here with Motograter. What's going on, gentlemen?
What's up? How you guys doing?
Go ahead and introduce yourselves so Liddy's in order. Write the complaint letters.
All right, this is Angel, the lead vocalist of Motograter.
This is Mark. I play the Motograter.
Now, where's the rest of the band? Where do they take off to? Are they out having a smoke, or what the hell's going on?
Warming up. You know, they're around somewhere doing something. Yeah.
Well, how'd you guys get together as a group, and how'd you come up with this name, Motograter?
Actually, it was prior to us. Started back in '95 with Bruce Butler, with the invention of the Motograter, and
Awesome.
And
That is kick-ass.
basically, I've heard different stories about how the name came about, and I don't know if any of them are true. So the fact is, the instrument was named the Motograter. The band became Motograter.
Now, you guys have played all over the place. What's been the funnest gig you guys have ever played?
For me, it'd have to be Wyoming.
Why Wyoming?
I couldn't tell you. It just was. Just crazy people live in Wyoming, and they come to our shows, and they love it. It goes off in Wyoming.
So what's the funnest gig?
They're all a blast, but as funny as it sounds, I had a great time in Wyoming because the PA went out on the first tour. We just hit Wyoming, and it was great. We hit it again. But the last tour, the PA went out, and I climbed up on top of like a 10-foot speaker and just jumped off, and the whole crowd was there, and they caught me, and I crowd surfed for the first time in my life, really. Like, it was a blast. We're coming back, Riverton. We love you.
Now, you guys have a MySpace or website you want to plug?
Yeah, it's myspace.com /Motograter, Motograter.
Now, you guys have got all sorts of music out there. What is the one song you guys are most proud of?
Well, the first album stands on its own, and we play songs off that. It's a landmark in the music industry. On our record, I would have to say I'm really proud of Lividity, which is the first thing we let anybody really hear. It's got everything. It's got light and dark. It's got this ending that just keeps giving me the feel of like, Jimi Hendrix, all along the Watchtower kind of feel to it. Just very epic. That's cool. So,
now, who came up with this cool design? I noticed your shirt. That is a kick-ass T-shirt, man.
Well, promoter in Fargo. He sent a picture of his grandson all painted up, and we were just like, that's awesome. We're using that as the shirt and the flyer. Yeah, when people do stuff for us, we give back. So that was our way of saying, yeah, dude, send us your pictures. Like, we'll make them, put them to good use. That's cool. Turned out to be the shirt,
And the tour pass and the tour flyer. Brian, that's to you, buddy.
Now, who produces most of the material? Who writes? Is it a collective effort, or?
It's a collective effort after the basic structure is written, and Nuke does a lot of that. He comes and he'll bring a riff or two, and it's basically structured out, and then we'll like put little gaps in between those parts, and somebody will put something in there, and it just comes together real natural. It's interesting to see how a song will come together. Sometimes it takes a day and it's a masterpiece, and sometimes it takes more like a month for a song to even get close to finished.
Now, how do you guys? There's members in the band that play in other bands. How the hell do you guys manage to be able to stay together and tour and stuff without other bands that they play in get involved with your schedule and everything? How the hell do you guys balance this?
Well, because those members are no longer with this band. And so they're doing great jobs, and what we would prefer to do is go ahead and tour together and do like a Motograter reunion tour thing with their side projects and Motograter as it is now.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's a kick-ass answer to that question. That's cool.
I don't see why not.
I think, Southern Front, check them out. That's Zach's project. They're out of Texas doing great things. Obviously, everybody knows about Five Finger Death Punch. And I think that's a couple of the other guys that helped with tours. They've done various projects, so you might want to check that out.
Murder of Crows come back.
Murder of Crows was
Ace,
sick.
Johnny, come on. Murder of Crows, come on.
That was a sick project, honestly. So,
Now, if you guys could play with any 3 bands, living, dead, broke up, whatever, who are they?
the original lineup of Snot. And this is mine. My 3, then your 3. Just because my influences, the original lineup of Snot, the original lineup of Alice in Chains, and the original lineup of Drowning Pool.
Wow. So who opens and who closes this thing?
I'd have everybody play it once and just be some big clusterfuck.
Mine would have to be Slipknot, of course. Mudvayne, LD50 Days. Sorry. And then the last one would have to be Bury Your Dead. I'd love to play with Bury Your Dead.
Is everybody playing at once, or are you having people opening and closing?
Yeah, have like 30 people on stage.
Clusterfuck.
Yeah.
We're going to do the first clusterfuck thing. They tried to do that whole, ultimate, Megadeth threw together that tour. What was it called? Gigantour or something like that. And they threw all these bands on. Great idea. Lots of bands. But, you did one thing wrong. You didn't all play at once.
Yeah.
How would you cram, like for instance, out there on the GOAT stage, you'd be able to get, how many people do you think you get on that stage?
Well, the thing is, we wouldn't play here at the GOAT for that kind of a tour. We would play in the middle of a fucking field. And we would have about 17 drum sets. That would be anywhere in the area of 25 to 30 guitarists. And it would sound something like...
Now, who are your guys' musical influences?
Funny enough, I am in my favorite band, thanks to people like you and the band members itself. But influences would go Slipknot, like I said before, Snot, Lynn, Lane, Dave, Billy Idol. I've said it. People can research that question very easily. I say it in almost any interview, so Google it.
My influences, well, yeah, I'm in my favorite band too, like Motograter. If it wasn't for that first album, I wouldn't be doing music today, like Ivan, your work, Jim Root, Slipknot, Corey Taylor, just anything that